end game, defined as the final stage of a game, such as chess, when just a few pieces remain and a player's close to achieving their objective. Does Donald Trump think he's winning this chess match on tariffs? Is he close to achieving the objective? The answer is no, because 65 days after so-called Liberation Day, most of us have no idea what Trump's trade war objective is, what he's trying to do. Make socks and Barbies and iPhones in American factories with American workers, or have the current trade arrangement where most products are made overseas in China and elsewhere cheaply and abundantly with some slight tweaks? It's not clear whether Trump has any idea, and apparently neither does Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, as exposed in this line of questioning from Pennsylvania Congresswoman Madeleine Dean about the impact of tariffs on America's favorite and most purchased fruit, bananas.
What's the tariff on bananas? Americans, by the way, love bananas. We buy billions of them a year. I love bananas. What's the tariff on bananas?
The tariff on bananas would be representative of the countries that produce them.
And what's that tariff?
Generally 10%.
Correct, 10%. Walmart has already increased the cost of bananas by 8%.
But as countries do deals with us, that will go to zero. As countries do deals with us, that will go to zero. But the cost is on the American consumer now. If you build in America and you produce your product in America, there will be no tariff.
We can't produce bananas in America.
We can't produce bananas in America. We can't build bananas in America. The point of a tariff is to punish foreign producers in a market that a country is trying to grow domestically. We literally can't grow bananas in most of this country. America produces a few million pounds of bananas each year, but we consume more than 6 billion pounds of bananas a year. Joining us now is the banana-consuming representative, Madeleine Dean, Democrat of Pennsylvania. She is a member of the House Appropriations Committee. Congresswoman, thank you for being here, because you illustrated, it could be about bananas or a million other things, that we don't either make here, or it's difficult to make, or we can't make enough to satisfy our market, or perhaps we don't want to make here because making, growing, producing would not pay what it should. There are a lot of examples of things that should not be subject to a blanket tariff, because all it's going to do is end up costing you more to buy your bananas.
And that is why I brought up the example of bananas. It is something we buy every single day. And you might see in the background.
Yeah, I got them. I see them.
It's my birthday. My husband decided that was my gift today, a bunch of bananas. But the point of bringing it up was to say that the tariff policy of this administration is just set in chaos and absurdity. It has nothing to do with trade. It has nothing to do with growing business, which is literally what the Commerce Secretary said his job was. His mission is to grow and enhance businesses in America. Obviously, it also should have something to do with the cost of goods for Americans, because after all, that's what Mr. Trump ran on. I brought up the issue of bananas because that's a single product that is sold over and over again by Walmart and my local grocer. Mm-hmm. And they are already increasing the price of bananas right now on you and me, because there is this ridiculous tariff, 10%, at least 10% on bananas. And it's not something, he literally said, we're going to be able to produce and build these here.
Yes.
And I ultimately said, we don't build bananas here. Yes. We just don't. It's just the absurdity and the incoherence of the tariff policy. And bananas seems like a very small, simple example. I'll give you another example. Right in my district, a machinist company ordered 3 very expensive lathes, $80,000 lathes coming from China. Unfortunately, those lathes hit in the 2 weeks that China had 125% tariff. He paid $340-some thousand in tariffs, taxes on those lathes. And he's asked me, is there any way he can get a refund? Because now the tariff is different for China. It's on, it's off. Businesses cannot plan. And that's what I tried to say to Mr. Lutnick, Secretary Lutnick. Businesses here, bankers here, investors here, and across the globe. I've gone to Europe. The American Chamber has said, we are so confused. How can we plan? How can we invest? How can we merge? How can we grow businesses? with this total chaos.
Yeah,
it's
and everybody's not Apple or Walmart, where they can maybe even, throw their weight around. That company you talked about that bought the lathes, no choice in the matter. They had to buy the lathes. For what it's worth, there's a court that says that the government may have to refund this money, but that's going to have to work its way through the system.
We're going to fight for it.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Representative Dean, good to see you. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, and enjoy a couple of bananas before the night is out.
How about my bouquet of bananas?
I love the bouquet of bananas. It's a great idea. Madeleine Dean is the Congresswoman.
Thank you for covering it. And remember what we're not covering. We're not covering starvation in Gaza, hostages not home. We're not covering people dying every single hour because of USAID shuttering.
Yep, you're absolutely right about that. And thank you for raising that and making us remember that.